Some of us have voice to skull technology. You guys have no idea what it means to not be able to think. People scream into our heads with extremely low frequencies. We never, ever, ever get one moment of peace. It's very hard for someone to imagine how someone can hear voices and know that it's a technology. It's called voice to skull. We absolutely are not schizophrenic. These are military grade weapons. The cult I was in disguised it as telepathy, but now I know they use technology. Everybody in that cult needs to speak out about the abuse that they receive from Mitchell and Kathy. Everybody that's a targeted individual will tell you the truth. We literally get our eardrums overheated, electroshocked. We're burned in our ears. It's the most horrific thing I've ever experienced in my life, for someone to be able to put pressure in our eardrums and take our balance at any time. I have the hardest time explaining it to people, but people who are targeted individuals know exactly what we're talking about. We literally get our eardrums pounded down. It doesn't matter if we wear ear protection or headphones. This is something that is electric. They send the sound right into our nerves. And trust me, this is a very, very real military grade technology. We all are going to have to learn how to capture it and play it out loud so people can hear what the gang stalkers truly talk about. It's very, very, very disturbing. Things you guys wouldn't even want to imagine. And things sometimes we have to live with it, playing over and over and over again, all day, all night. Some people even get manipulated dreams. This is what we mean by the abuse of neural weapon technology. Most people couldn't imagine what it's like to know that some of us have satellites following us, yo. It's very intense to really think about, but really that's what's going on. How many satellites are in the sky? It's not that hard to really draw out. I get abused with voice to skull. It was the worst thing I ever had to come out and say, is that somebody can transmit sounds into our heads. Don't even get me started on that heavy pressure and the ear ringing. Literally, it's like mind control. The way they just beep, 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 beep. The ear ringing, now I don't even believe it's a real thing. I'm like, hey, is everybody getting a little bit of voice to skull technology? Ear ringing, like really think about it. Why would ears ring? Does that sound like it's supposed to be a natural thing? So many people in the military have come back with ear ringing symptoms, and guess what? It's connected to Havana syndrome. You guys, literally, we get voice to skull every day. They say the most craziest things you could ever imagine, and trust me, that's how we know it's an outsourced thing. Those are not our thoughts. Those are not anything that God planted in us. This is somebody literally logging on to the cell phone towers, satellites, sometimes even those silly drones. They literally hit us with an extremely low frequency, and it hits the inner ear and we hear everything. You can actually make some of this stuff from home and think there's no laws, yo. I feel so bad for everybody getting abused with voice to skull technology, disguised as a spiritual gift. So once we say we're hearing voices, they're like, okay, here's this little schizophrenic, and it puts us right back in the loop to get abused again. The gang stalkers think they're always going to win. They are not. We all are going to learn how to dissect our sound and play these voice to skull voices out loud. I hope everybody gets to find the people who are abusing this technology on them. My prayer is that the gang stalkers never win. I love you all, you guys. That's just a little spoken word from this morning. I'm trying to switch gears and not talk so much about the anger I have inside and let it right out another way. So this is my little freestyle for the day. I love you all. We know voice to skull is the abuse of military grade weapons, bone conduction technology, microwave auditory hearing effect, things like that. I hope all of you guys have a blessed day.